When I say positive parenting, what do you think about? Like, what is the image that comes to mind? Many inaccurate assumptions about positive parenting is that positive parenting is when you speak nicely and use the word please. Another is that positive parenting is letting the child get away with everything. Another is that positive parenting is permissive parenting. I'm here to say that all of those are false and inaccurate. Positive parenting is about looking at how you are showing up and your behaviors, your tactics, strategies, methods, beliefs in stressful and non-stressful situations. We're starting to look at, study, observe, and assess your approach to parenting. And positive parenting is about having a positive impact in your approach for the child. And when it's positive for the child, it's positive for you. I've created this free guide for you to start the journey here. In this guide, I've outlined 12 ineffective parenting tools. Now, when I say ineffective, I mean that it has an adverse impact on the child. The tools I cover here is blaming and accusing, name calling, threats, commands, lecturing and moralizing, warnings, martyrdom statements, comparisons, sarcasm, prophecies, bribes, and abuse. Inside this guide, I define that tool so that we have a shared understanding of what it means. I also invite you into an exercise where I share examples of when parents use those tools, what it sounds like. And I invite you to play the roles of the child and notice what comes up and what the impact of using that tool is for you. Are you feeling more connected and understood, or are you feeling defensive and dismissed? When you've worked through the ineffective guide, you can purchase the effective parenting tools that I go through and teach you the same thing. I use the same format in this guide as well so that you can start to see the impact of using those tools. The tools I outline in this guide is emotional validation, active listening, co-regulation, agreements, child-led routines, family meetings, hugs, limited choices, collaborative problem solving, curiosity, I statements, and apologizing. These are 12 of the positive parenting tools that I teach my clients inside of all of my paid programs. We can shift from using adult-centered tools of manipulation that just have an ineffective approach. We can shift to a child-centered approach that supports the child and then becomes effective in the long-term implementation. Truthfully, you're already spending that time. I just want to invite you into spending it in a higher quality way. If you're ready to get started, I encourage you to head over to my bio link and get started today for free. There's also a free class and free podcast and free YouTube to keep going deeper in this practice. And if you want to learn those tools from me, I encourage you to get into a paid space where then you can have my support, my feedback, and my direct community to support you in practicing and implementing those effective strategies.